This is officially the best NoFAP strategy, so you can stop jacking off, stop watching porn, stop being a fucking insecure loser, incel, and actually get some play in the real world, okay? And step number one is understanding that 99% of the strategies that you're gonna get given are bullshit, okay? I've had it in my own personal experience. I've tried these things, and I now understand that website blockers will not work. Mind games and mind tricks will not work. Guys, if you want to fucking fap, if you get the temptation to watch porn, to jack off in your fucking room in your smelly bed sheets, you're gonna do it, okay? There's no bullshit mind trick. Oh, if you want to decrease your temptation, as soon as you get the urge, then do 20 push-ups. That is just complete fucking cope, okay? Because in our generation, guys, there is not only the explicit websites themselves, but there is also Twitter. There is also X. There's also fucking Discord. I remember watching NSFW content on Discord, bro. Discord. It's meant to be a fucking gaming platform chat. And there is NSFW porn on that shit, okay? The truth of the matter is, access is everywhere. If you want it, if you crave it, you are going to fucking find it. But we need to understand why we're actually looking for it, why we seek it in the first place, okay? And for a lot of us guys, we need to stop coping and listening to the modern age bullshit, dumbass fucking doctors and dumbass psychologists saying that boys will be boys and this is just a natural period of growing up, watching porn is normal, being a fucking incel loser, jacking your dick in your own room is normal. No, it is fucking not. Your body is craving intimacy, okay? So stop listening to these bullshit idiots on the internet and on the news and in the government and at school. Stop listening to it all, okay? The reality of it is you're looking to fulfill a root purpose in life, and if we take into account all the different things a man can achieve, finances, physical, relationships, the number one purpose that can be achieved as a man is reproduction. It's to have offspring. And what are we doing when we're fapping? Well, we are literally getting that instantly. We're getting that instant dopamine, that instant pleasure. That's why guys that fap a lot are fucking lazy. That's why they have no accomplishments. It's because they're speed running. They're literally tricking their brain into thinking they've achieved the pinnacle of male accomplishment. You're simply not, okay? And the issue gets worse if you've grown up as socially denied, addicted to video games, and alone and insecure. You can see here, this was me, addicted to playing games and obviously watching porn as well. Like, I remember sitting in this fucking same chair when my parents were gone. I literally start opening up Pornhub, fucking watching that shit in the fucking kitchen, okay, bro? Like, it is a bad issue, and a lot of the guys hide it. They lie to themselves, but it is a crazy fucking epidemic. It's an addiction, okay? And like I said, it gets worse if you come from this starting point. If you're absolutely chopped, then no wonder you're fucking looking for, you know, gratification on the digital world from pixels, because no one's going to give you that shit if you look like this, bro. So what is the solution to this? What is the way we can stop fapping? What is the way I was able to stop watching porn and being a fucking degenerate loser? Well, it is quite simple. It is to actually follow a purpose. We had no purpose, but we're going to find one. And the solution is to build an attractive physique. Going all in on fitness and building my body was the single greatest thing I ever fucking did, okay? Look at me. I went from this loser, absolute skinny, insecure dork to being jacked and attractive, okay? And this changed my life forever. And you must do this yourself, because it is literally going to change every single thing in your life, okay? It fixes everything because, number one, you actually get attraction. You go through your whole life being unattractive and being rejected, but now you destroy the primary lack of attraction in its true essence. If you're ugly and you're now attractive, you are going to get females, you're going to get girls, okay? You're going to be able to smash. And honestly, once you get your first fucking taste of pussy, you're not going to even want to watch porn or fap or be a loser like that anymore, okay? And the guys that have done this themselves are nodding and thinking, yeah, but a lot of the guys watching this probably are still virgins or haven't had that experience. So that's why it's so important to do this, to actually become attractive. We get attractive by building a good physique, okay? But building a good physique only works if you follow these conditions, and those conditions are building the female gaze physique. Okay, you can see here, you as a guy, no homo, even determine these physiques as attractive. Okay, we have actors, models, fitness influencers. These guys all look attractive because they share a few of the same traits. They share a lean physique, they share a good shelf-shaped chest and upper body, and they're wide and they look dominant. This is not the type of physique you want to be building, okay? This is some random fucking fat powerlifter, some random fat middle-aged dad who probably goes in there and doesn't have a plan. And then there's me, this motherfucker who thought that building a physique would change his life, which it does if you do the right thing. But this was me questioning why I still wasn't getting results, even while I was building muscle, okay? And it's because I was optimizing for the male gaze and because I was just training for the wrong thing altogether, okay? You want to be looking like this. You want to be looking lean, sexy, and attractive. That is the true way you're going to actually fix your life and not have to go for porn and bad addictions, because you're going to get attention and lust in the real world. And take it from me, this is truth. This is a reality of the real world. Now, like I said, guys, getting a good physique and working on this like your life depends on it will allow you to have purpose forever, okay? There is no time in your life where you will not be able to work on your body in some type of way. You can get leaner, you can get stronger, you can increase your heart variability, all this bullshit, right? You can do anything to increase your body. It's not just about becoming aesthetic. It's about optimizing your health and your fitness, okay? Like, realistically, guys, you can get to a point where instead of fucking watching Try Not to Finish and fucking edging challenges, you can choose real athletic challenges to max out and actually get satisfaction from that. And obviously, as we know, every step you take in this direction to become more attractive, to build a better physique, a better body, better health, better vitality, and better health signals as a man, then the need to watch porn, the need to fap is going to get lower, because you're going to get more and more attraction from better and better girls. And this is just a upward spiral, a positive spiral, and it's going to result in you not needing to do these bad habits ever again. And the third reason, which compounds onto this directly, is the fact that your dopamine is redirected, okay? At a point in time, you are going to get to a point you're going to be so jacked, so egotistical, that instead of getting off the fucking models, okay, you're going to start almost getting off to yourself, because you're going to find so much satisfaction and so much pleasure out of looking at yourself in the fucking mirror when you have a bicep pump, and just getting so much dopamine and joy in your whole life that you're not even going to need to resort to that shit anymore. I can't even think of the last time I watched porn. It's just out of my mind. It doesn't fucking exist anymore, okay? Like, I have not looked it up intentionally, bro, for ages. Like, if you can't get to that point, then you are truly a fucking lesser man, okay? And that's what I'm trying to help you with here. And when you actually focus on building an aesthetic physique, not letting your fucking belly fluff out like a fucking water buffalo, like a lot of powerlifters and shit like that do, when you actually focus on getting lean and prioritizing being in good shape year round, your food and habit choices will now reinforce delayed rewards and delayed gratification, okay? And this results in a more masculine drive towards other success factors in life. When you start building the physique, and this is what I say all the time, the physique is the catalyst for every aspect of growth in real life. Once you start going to the gym, once I started going to the gym, and once many other guys go to the gym, they realize that there's so much more as well. They need to improve their mindset, their game, their style, their finances. Everything kind of becomes aware. Everything, it's like a map. The map was just blurred out like on GTA, but once you build the physique, you unlock what's required to visit other points of the map. You're like, holy fuck, there is so much more to life than just sitting around playing video games and jacking my fucking dick. Like, you're like, holy shit, there's too much now. And that's going to further detract from the need to watch porn and do these bad habits, and, even commit to NoFap in the first place, because you're just going to forget about it because there's so many other things you need to achieve in life. You're like, fucking hell, I need to become king. I need to fucking do this. And I got to fucking deal with these girls now that I'm getting. Like, fucking hell. This is just, I don't even have time to fucking fap or watch porn. So once we can actually realize that these are the crazy benefits we're going to get, why it's so important, why this is the strategy to fixing NoFap and fixing porn addiction, why building a physique is the goated thing to do, we are going to have a roadmap as to how we're going to achieve this, okay? Now, the roadmap to breaking free, guys, from breaking free from addiction, from curing the global epidemic of men who are addicted to fucking jacking their cock, okay? Number one, like I said, it's to build an attractive physique, all right? Build the female gaze physique. Focus on becoming 12% body fat at a maximum, go for 8 if you can. I'm cutting down to try and get to 8% right now, because apparently you're meant to start fucking levitating, and girls are just meant to start fucking basically getting you on their fucking knees for you if you get to that point. So I'm going to see if that's true. But I've noticed that the more in shape I get, the more indicators of interest I have gotten, and the more relationships I've been in, so on and so forth, and it's decreased the need to watch porn overall. To get the female gaze physique, we're also going to be wanting to train lats, shoulders, and biceps predominantly. These are the muscles that are going to be that wow factor for girls, and they're going to get you attraction. And if you want to learn how to build the attractive physique more in depth for yourself, how to speed run it, avoid all the mistakes that I made, and how to actually implement it into your real life as well, check the link in the description. It's why I made my community, Project Undeniable, which you can learn all these things and learn how to completely glow up, completely transform your life forever as a young guy, especially if you have shit genetics and if you're insecure and you see yourself as the underdog. So next, we're going to need to create a multifaceted lifestyle. So this means having multiple goals and missions, okay? Fitness should be your new North Star. It should be everything you care about. But if you have time, you can also focus on other things. Focus on your finances, focus on your style, focus on your charisma, focus on every other aspect of life as a man. And in terms of fitness, if you want to focus more on that, you can focus on mobility, you can focus on combat, you can focus on your cardio through things like sprinting. These are all going to have positive effects on your athleticism, on your attractiveness, on your testosterone, your hormonal function, and it all spirals. You see, the reason why this works is not because it builds just a physique. It builds a man. It builds a guy who's actually destined for success and destined to achieve other things, and he can no longer think about watching porn, okay? This is why it is the best NoFAP strategy, okay? And on topic of strategies, all right? The only mind hack that really works, okay, because you can't do this push-up shit, you can't do this website blocker strategy, you can't do any of that. The only mind hack that works is to have an immense level of shame and pain reaction towards the act of fapping and porn. If you literally hate yourself and you literally fucking hate the idea of it completely, then you are less likely to do it, because whenever I used to do this, I started incorporating this shame aspect into myself, and I was like, holy fuck, I hate myself. Like, I genuinely suck. Like, I'm lame. I'm never going to do this shit again. And that's exactly what happened. Okay. And it was once I also surrounded myself with better people who weren't doing it and who had missions themselves, and I had the accountability. That's when I was able to get more success as well. And then finally, we're wanting to use the physique, use the new leverage points we have to actually go out and achieve social success, getting on dating apps, starting to talk to more people, learn social skills, do all these things that are going to make you into a well-rounded young man, a man who is undeniable. Once again, that's why I created my community, because I've seen so many guys making all the mistakes in the book, and I put together everything you'll need to transform your life forever, not just build the physique from a shit starting position, but also to maintain it, to also leverage it in the real world and get the results that you fucking want, okay? Because you didn't just want to look good in the mirror. You wanted to get girls, you wanted to be social, wanted to be finally accepted. And I'm the guy who went through this myself, and that's why I'm here to teach you. So this has been the video on the best NoFap strategy, the strategy that stopped me and will stop you from engaging in these dickhead loser mentality habits like fapping and porn forever. You just need to focus on building an attractive physique. And once again, if you want to learn how to do this, check the link in the description for my help specifically, my help personally. But with that being said, remember that progress is purpose, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.